started. Hi, everyone. My name is Bridget Lyons. I'm the Broker Success Manager here at Zavvie. Thank you all for jumping on this webinar today. If you are on the call, then you are most likely with a brokerage who's partnered with Zavvie. But if you're not familiar, we are a technology company, and we're providing real estate professionals with the tools and resources that they need in order to explore all selling options on behalf of their clients. So that includes selling on the open market, iBuyer offers, as well as modern bridge solutions. And I'm joined here today with EasyKnock's Business Development Manager, Nicholas Tremaglio. Nick, thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So EasyKnock is one of the bridge solution providers on the Zavvie platforms. And on today's call, Nick and I are going to dive a little bit deeper into what the modern bridge is and how it is becoming the selling solution of the moment. So to begin, we want to touch on some common misconceptions that are around modern bridge. So EasyKnock is providing a modern bridge solution, which is not like a traditional bridge loan, which we hear a lot. People confuse the two. And modern bridge typically does not get involved with a lender. So Nick, EasyKnock, if you have a client who is looking to purchase a new home, they can use any lender that they prefer, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter to us. We don't get involved in that process at all. They're welcome to use whatever lender that they would like.
Awesome. Yeah, so that's great for, I know a lot of real estate agents have their own preferred lender. So this absolutely won't be competing with their business, and you can still recommend them to all of your buyer clients. Another misconception is that modern bridge adds a lot of complexity. And it does seem a little bit more complex, I think, just because it's so new and everyone's trying to understand it. But it really helps to streamline the process when a client is trying to sell and purchase at the same time. And Nick, with EasyKnock, everyone will have their own designated advisor when they receive an offer. Is that right?
Yeah, so when you get your offer, it's going to be from the same person every time. It'll be, we have the most experienced person on our sales team handles all of our broker and agent deals. So you'll be able to kind of develop that relationship and work with the same person every single time you want to get an estimate.
Nice. So you can definitely build a relationship there. And there's always going to be someone available to answer any questions that you have. They are going to walk you through that process. Another misconception is that more homeowner information is required for an offer request. But EasyKnock always contacts the agent first. And that's another goal of the Zavvie platform, is we always want to make sure that the real estate professional is at the center of the conversation and leading that conversation. So EasyKnock will always reach out to the agent and not directly to the homeowner. So modern bridge, during 2020, we saw that it is becoming a better fit for more consumers. So we saw 5 times higher conversion rate compared to iBuyer offers. And that's really because bridge solution providers are able to purchase more homes. They have a larger buy box. They're also available in 50 states. So not every market has iBuyers available, but bridge solutions are an option for more homeowners, and they can purchase higher price point properties. Nick, if you want to give us just a quick overview of what's EasyKnock's buy box, what's your max price right now?
Yeah, so we can transact on homes between 100,000 and 2 million. 2 million is the highest I've seen so far. If it's a little bit higher than that, don't worry, we'll do what we can. I would say the vast majority of homes that we transact on, though, fall between 200,000 and 600,000. That's kind of where our sweet spot is. But we can go up well above that number.
Awesome. And you guys are in all 50 states?
Yep, we transact in all 50 states.
Awesome. Great. So if you're on the call now and you're an agent with a Zavvie platform and maybe EasyKnock's not on that platform yet, definitely reach out to us if you're interested. We can help you look into a modern bridge offer for your seller clients. So we're seeing that modern bridge is helping solve the current market challenges. So home sale contingencies are making it hard for homeowners to sell their home and then move into the next property. And with a modern bridge solution, homeowners can make stronger offers in this low inventory market. So they're able to secure that next property and be able to sell max dollar for their current home on the open market, because it creates that flexibility where they can move out and get the home ready for open houses and showings, and you don't have to deal with the hassle of being in that property. And of course, the agent is involved throughout the process, and they are still going to earn the commission. So with a bridge solution, it's great. You can get that commission on the sell side, and then as well as the buy side, you're going to help out that client purchase their next property. We've also seen that homeowners can offset the service fee of a modern bridge solution by listing their house in perfect showing condition, having it vacant since you've already been able to move out into the next home. So some great opportunities there. So modern bridge, let's go into some use cases of what qualifies a homeowner for a modern bridge offer, and then when does an agent request an offer? So Nick, if you can go into some use cases of where you've seen agents use modern bridge to help out their clients.
Yeah, great. So the number one use case that I see all the time is someone that needs to eliminate the need for a contingent offer, right? We're seeing a lot of contingencies fall through left and right in today's market. The hotter the market, low inventory, those contingencies are just not viable. They cause you to put in higher bids, you lose all of your negotiating power, and you either have to go full ask, above ask, or it's just not even going to be accepted. So eliminating the need for contingent offer is definitely the number one use case for a movability product. Now, we also do a lot of deals with people who are looking to get some upfront cash to take care of any repairs, renovations, landscaping, staging, anything that they want to do to the current house to get it ready for listing and ensure that they're going to get the most value out of it once it sells on the open market. We also do some fixer-upper situations where the client is looking to purchase a fixer-upper on their next property, but they don't have the cash on hand that they need to throw into that property to get it ready for them. So what they can do is do a movability deal, get the money they need, hire the contractors, get the work started on the next house, stay in the current house until the next one is ready to go, and then kind of initiate that selling process. That kind of flows into our last big use case, which would be new builds. So very similar situation where they would need the money that for the upfront fees that the builder requires, but they also need temporary accommodations until that house is completed. So definitely something we can help out with. An added bonus for the new build situation is that we will show a recorded sale to the builder, so it will no longer be a contingent deal. And a lot of builders are very hesitant to do contingent deals right now.
Very nice. And so when do they get that confirmation if they're doing that new build? Is that after the final sale with EasyKnock?
Yeah, what exactly do you mean by the confirmation?
You said that they can provide the builder, confirmation
The
that
upfront
they have
fees?
sold. Yeah.
And show that, yeah. So when we are purchasing the house and getting them the upfront cash, that is when we can show the builder that technically we bought the house. So the deal is no longer contingent for the client, the new build deal. So we've seen a lot of traction with new builds because of that, and we're starting to help position our agent partners as a builder or even a contractor's best friend.
That's awesome. And what qualifies a homeowner? What are the basic criteria that you look at?
Yeah, so really, when it comes to the client, we have no client-specific requirements. We're not, we have no credit score requirement. We have no income or DTI requirement. What we're going to look at is just mostly the property itself. Okay, we're going to look at, is it between 100,000 and 2 million? Does it fall within that range? And I would say the number one aspect of the house or the property that we're going to look at is actually the LTV, because at our basis, what we're doing is converting home equity into cash. The more equity you have in the house, the better that deal is going to look, because the more money we're going to be able to get you up front. And so we do really look at that LTV in the beginning when these deals are submitted. I would say target LTV, it would be 65% or less. We can go up to 75% LTV, but if they really need to get a significant amount of money up front, we recommend they have at least 25 or at least 35% equity in the house.
Okay, awesome. And so when agents request a modern bridge offer from EasyKnock, those are free with no obligation, right?
It's non-binding. It doesn't lock anyone into anything. Really, it just signifies that, look, I have a client. This sounds like it may be an option. We want to see what that would play out, or how it would play out. Well, what are these numbers? And so we will crunch the numbers for you, get back to you within a day. We're going to jump on a call with you, make sure you fully understand. Excuse me. We're going to jump on a call with you, make sure you fully understand how the product works and the numbers behind that specific deal. Then you'll let us know how you want to loop in your client. So it's really up to you. Like I said, non-binding, doesn't cost you anything. We're never going to charge brokers or agents anything for this. Really, it's a free tool you can keep in your back pocket to kind of, help distinguish yourself amongst the crowd of agents in your area, but also show your clients that you really are offering them all the options available. And so, like Bridget said earlier, we're never going to contact these clients directly. All the information is going to flow through you as our partner.
Very nice. I would love to open it up to questions, see if anyone has any use cases that you have a client who's in a situation and you're wondering if Modern Bridge might be right for them. Please feel free to send that in the chat. We'll make sure we keep an eye on that. How long can the seller rent back from EasyKnock?
Yes. So with our movability product, which is the one I'd say we work with agents on the vast majority of time, that's our short-term bridge tool. That product, they sign a 12-month lease with the goal of selling that house within that 12-month period. And so the only time I've ever seen a deal come anywhere close to the 12-month mark is a new build when there were some construction delays. So they had to wait a little longer. We can extend, month to month after that, but we really try to market this as a product where it's designed for people who know they want to sell in the immediate future within those next 12 months. Mm-hmm. And then once the house sells on the open market, the lease breaks. There's no lease break fee or anything like that, and they're not responsible for rent after.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And for movability, what is the service fee?
Yeah, so the client is going to pay a real estate commission. They're going to pay closing costs. Those are sunk costs, two things they should already be expecting to pay in a traditional sale. The difference between that normal sale and a movability deal is going to be an additional 3% fee paid to EasyKnock. That's the fee you pay for the convenience of getting this cash up front and being able to leverage it. So like Bridget mentioned earlier, we have seen a lot of our clients list and sell the house for much greater or a much higher price than when we originally purchase it, just because the market is extremely hot. They get into bidding wars, or they just get a significant amount of offers on the house to take it above what we thought the value was going to be. That's great. They get all the benefit of any appreciation there, and that in itself will pay for that 3% fee. The other thing you should think about is if it's a contingent situation and you're having to put down a contingent offer on the next house, you're going to lose all your negotiating power. So now you're going to have to either go full ask or above ask on the next property. You're going to completely overpay. And so with EasyKnock, instead, you have the certainty of knowing you're getting these funds up front, knowing you can leverage them and be aggressive on your next offer and save money that way. And that's why the 3% fee makes a little more sense.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And we have another question here. What is the additional amount in the rent? So that's typically market rent, right?
Yep, it's going to be market rent based off local market comps.
Yes, and that'll be listed in the initial offer that agents receive. So your client will know exactly what they're paying before they sign anything.
And we kind of use the agent as the stopgap there. So you're going to see the full estimate before the client sees anything. And that way you can take a look run through the numbers with us, make sure it looks good, make sure that is market rent, then give us a thumbs up before the client sees any information from EasyKnock.
Mm-hmm. We have another comment here. It's kind of like hard money. Do you offer buy side only transactions?
Yeah, so this is the only product we have. We don't really deal with the next house when when they're purchasing the next property. That's not really up to us. We don't, like I said earlier, we don't have a preferred lender or anything like that. We're really not involved in the next sale at all. They can use this money however they would like. Most of them do use the money for a down payment on the next property, but we really stay out of that decision. We don't tell them what they need to use the money for, or we're not involved at all in the next purchase.
Mm-hmm. Great question so far. Any others? All right, I don't see any other questions. Oh, one more here. Is this a situation where they are selling their home to pay you guys off?
No, not well, kind of. I mean, the way this works is we're fronting up to 75% of the market value of the house for the client to leverage. On the back end, once the house sells on the open market, they capture the remaining value of the house. So if they got 75% up front, they get 25% on the back end. They are going to get the true market value for the house. How we figure out exactly how much they're getting on the back end is we're going to take the final sale price and subtract whatever we gave them up front. So yeah, technically they are paying us back because we are fronting money for them. So that's the whole basis behind this product, that we're fronting cash to the client to leverage in the selling process so that they can take advantage of the equity that they've built up in their house before the house actually sells, right? The home is usually someone's largest asset. It's also one of the most illiquid assets. So people pay their mortgage on time every month, put money into this property, but they're not able to actually utilize it when they need it the most. And that's when they come to selling the property and going to the next.
And then Phil here says, apologies if we've gone over this before, but for the movability product, what is the loan to value ratio for the purchase of the next house?
Yeah, so like I said, we really don't get into the details as far as what they need to put down on the next property or what they're doing as far as purchasing the next house. As far as the LTV on the current property, we need them to have at least 25% equity in the home. Ideally, they have over 35% equity in the house so that we can, get them a significant amount of money up front. But when it comes to, what size down payment they're using on the next property or what LTV, stuff like that, it's not up to us. We're not involved in the purchase of the next property at all.
Leslie here asks, who would use EasyKnock? I think maybe she missed the beginning of the call, so let's just go over those use cases again. So
yeah,
if someone's looking to purchase a new construction property, that's a good option.
Yeah, someone who needs money for the upfront fees that the builder requires and temporary accommodations until that house is completed. That's a big use case. Really the biggest use case of them all, though, is eliminating the need for a contingent offer. That is what the vast majority of people use this money for. A lot of people use the cash also to take care of repairs and renovations and get that house ready for listing. So it's really up to them. If a client could benefit from having upfront cash in the selling process, then this is a good idea for them. They don't have to fit into those three molds we just discussed. There are plenty of other use cases. I mean, another deal I saw this week was clients who their parents' house. One of them is quite sick. Is going to have to go into assisted living facility. They want to sell the house and get a smaller condo for the mother. They don't have time to come up with this cash. Putting someone into assisted living or retirement community can be a lot of money up front. And so great idea would be do movability, get that cash up front. You can take care of the family member, and then we'd also help you don't get that house sold, so you get the true value of it. So there are tons of different use cases here, but really anyone who could benefit from getting cash right now and also is looking to sell this house in the open market, that's a great situation for movability.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and a few other clarifying questions here about the 3% service fee. So is that of the initial offer or of the total value of the home that it sells for?
Yeah, great question. So that's going to be off the initial purchase price, what we deem the market value of the home to be. Like I said earlier, we're gonna come up with the market value based off house canary or AVM, the agent's opinion, and appraisal and inspection, all of those things. So that's the number that the fee is going to come off of. If they end up listing and selling the house for more, great, they get full benefit of that. We're not taking a fee off of the back end final sale price. So like I said earlier, they really do get the full benefit of any appreciation here. The fee is going to be off the initial purchase price.
So once EasyKnock owns the property, they will work with the agent and the original client to sell on the open market. Who decides that list price?
Yeah, so we will work with them or assist them however they need it, but we're not making any of the decisions there. The selling process is going to look no different to that client than a traditional sale. The client is the one who's going to work with their agent to come up with a list price, to decide, when they're doing showings and open houses. They're going to be the ones to accept whatever offer they want. We're never going to tell them they need to reduce the price or they need to accept a specific offer. It's fully up to them to drive that complete process. So as far as selling the house in the open market, that will look exactly like a traditional sale to that homeowner. The client-agent relationship is going to be very strong.
Got it. So client agent have full control in that open market sale.
Yes.
And that 3% is paid in the initial sale to EasyKnock?
Yes. So say we, for example's sake, say the house is valued at $100,000. That's what the appraisal is coming back at. That's what the agent's telling us. They're going to get, 75% up front, $75,000 up front. The 3% fee is off the $100,000. That's the value of the house. That's the 3% fee that we're taking. So $3,000. If the house ends up selling for 150, 125, 130, doesn't matter. The fee isn't changing. We already, received that $3,000 off the, or 3% off the 100,000. We're not changing the fee or raising it just because the house sold on the back end. The only fee the client is going to pay on the back end of the deal is the real estate commission. So if the house sells for more, the client gets more money and the agent gets more money because your commission will be higher.
Awesome. All right, I think that covers all the questions we have received so far. So I'm just going to wrap it up here, finalizing the fact that Zavvie is where you can still request all offers, including iBuyers and Modern Bridge Solutions. So we're wanting you to upgrade your listing process to the modern way, where you're showing a client what it looks like to list their home on the open market, what it would look like to sell to an iBuyer, or how it looks if a modern bridge solution is involved. And Zavvie has a customer success team available 7 days a week for support and education. So if you're not sure what your Zavvie phone number is or email address, please let us know. I'd be happy to connect you. And then, of course, if you have a client who you think could benefit from a modern bridge offer, please let us know or reach out to Nick. We have lots of educated advisors who can help you out and walk you through those specific client situations. All right, well, if there's no other questions, we'll wrap it up, but I appreciate everyone taking the time to join this webinar. Nick, thanks so much. Awesome information about EasyKnock.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And just, we want all of our agent partners to understand this is free, right? This is free for you guys to use. This really is just a tool to keep in your back pocket and utilize whenever you see a kind of a use case or someone who could benefit from this. Feel free to shoot me an email, nick@easyknock.com, if you have any questions or want to jump on a call and kind of workshop a deal and see if this is a good idea for your client. So let me know if there's anything else I can do. And thanks everyone for your time.
Awesome. Thanks, Nick. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.